And welcome to the iShine podcast. Listen, I'm super excited today because y'all see I have a schedule of amazingly beautiful women. They are powerhouses and they are here tonight to talk about the Power Up Summit. So if you haven't heard, I don't know where you've been because listen, these ladies are rocking these internet streets, rocking these social media platforms, getting you prepared for what's going to be a phenomenal opportunity to level up, power up, and change the whole trajectory of your life. Now, if y'all don't know, it is the amazing, phenomenal Kearn Cherry, who is the creator of this event. And y'all already know she is the butts in the seats queen, right? So if you have not heard of her, trust and believe this event is going to blow your mind. But not only did she come through herself, she has brought these amazing ladies with her to be co-host to this magnificent event. So I'm just going to first and foremost, Kern, let you come on just so you can share a little bit about what the Power Up Summit is and how you came about this particular endeavor.
All right. Well, thank you, Angela, for having us. At least three of my co-hosts are here tonight. The other one is on vacation, but anyway, I'm Kearn Cherry, and I am the creator and producer host of this conference. This is actually our third year, and so it actually was supposed to be in person in 2020 in New Orleans, and then well, we all know what happened in New Orleans in 2020. So we actually went online, and it's been online with some in person, but not really a full blown out conference. Literally, God gave me this conference idea in 2019. I often talk about how uh, when we finished Success that year, even though it was a great, wonderful conference with 25 states representing 120 speakers, uh, almost 1,500 people in person. For me, it wasn't necessarily fulfilling. I've been doing conferences for over 25 years now. And, God, when you ask God something, you always got to be ready, right? And so he gave me, go back to doing your own conference, and he gave me the Power Up Summit. And so, literally, Power Up Summit, when I initially started, it was to target and help speakers to be able to brand themselves better, get all their photos, video, all that great stuff done while they're at the conference as well. So, this time, the conference, our theme is Unleash Your Power. And I'm always talking about your gifts. Your gifts are your power. Your talent is your power.
Yeah.
And so people are not really working in it. So they're not able to just release and unleash. So we are super excited about some of the announcements we're going to be talking about tonight. Y'all know we have none other than Cynthia Bailey from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
Yes. And then we also have Robbie Montgomery from Sweetie Pie, one of the real icons, y'all. Real. She was one of the original Tina Turner dancer and singer. And yes, this woman just dropped her album last year. So y'all, she's still doing it. For me, I just love women who are just working in their gifts, even into their later years, they're still walking in it. But for me, this is about allowing people to share their message, share what God has given them, help others to come out and unleash their power. You know, we have many amazing headliners, which we'll talk about tonight as well. But thank you, Angela, for allowing us. I want to help people in general to increase their visibility. And to, I'm a conference creator. I teach people how to create their own conference and be profitable on the other side as well. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy it, y'all. I'm always stressed out leading in, but we're gonna have a good time.
Listen, thank you for that amazing introduction to the Power Up Summit, Kern. And I love the fact that you're saying it is an opportunity for people to really tap into their gifts. And y'all know the good book says your gifts will make room for you, right? So this sounds like the place to be. And you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. When you're putting on a production of this level with high level quality celebrities coming out here to participate, as well as these phenomenal powerhouses that you have, I'm just saying that looks like we need to be heading down that way, grabbing some tickets so that we can be a part of this thing and catch all of that energy. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Yeah.
Oh, the biggest surprise is the conference itself is free. So we just released that this week. The conference
Wow.
The conference, when you come during the day, it is free. You get to come and meet. If you hadn't seen Sherwood or met her in person, this is your opportunity. Shay Brown, Dr. Nikita Davis, Dr. Stacy Grant. I mean, I can go on and on. These are our headliners that are leading us as you'll watch as we roll out information about them and how the days are going to line up. And y'all, this is a 2-in-1 conference. So not only you get the in-person free, but the virtual where all our other speakers will be as well. We kick off the first 2 days will be virtually online. We'll have some speakers come on there. Of course, I'll have my amazing co-hosts with me the whole way through. Look, y'all, Joanna here is coming from around the world, okay? The other side of the world, from Australia to Biloxi. We are offering it for free. The only part that's not free, of course, is our VIP events. We'll talk about that here shortly. But you're getting full 3 days of conference for free. Register
How
now, y'all.
amazing.
You can bring your girlfriends, you can come in groups, all of that. Now I do highly suggest that you register online, okay? Because when things start to fill up, the IP will be looking at me like, And if you want to get the IP special hotel rates, hey, deadline's tomorrow. But otherwise, we got we are a casino town. So you won't be without hotels. But if you want to stay where everything's happening, deadline's tomorrow for that.
Yes.
Listen, y'all heard it here. Now you know tomorrow. She said it's the deadline to get in to get in. What they say, get in where you fit in. If you want to get in at the host hotel and be where all the action is, you need to go ahead and register. Go reserve those rooms so that you can be down there. Because I'm telling y'all know not only are you going to be able to go to the casinos, but you're going to be able to get your self, your mind, your personal development. You're going to be able to get all of those things that's going to help you live your life, level up, and really change because this is third quarter. So you
Yeah.
got the next 6 months to make whatever you're going to do pop and
Exactly.
then go strong into 2023. So let me get to some of these co-hosts because I'm telling you, y'all should be blown away about the talent that is on screen right now. So I'm just going to read a little sample of these ladies. I can't even tell you how much because they all are phenomenal in their own right. But I'm going to start off with Dr. Angela Harding Mack. Now I'm going to say a little something about your bio, Angela, but I'm going to let you take it away after that. Now,
Okay.
she's a women's empowerment coach, a Bible teacher, a physician, a manifestation expert, an international keynote speaker, and a best selling author. She is recognized as one of the most prominent voices for wellness and women's empowerment. Now, listen, y'all, you can't get better than that, right? When you're recognized as a prominent individual. She provides holistic approaches to wellness and personal development that centers on clients' needs. Her mission is to empower professional women to have fulfilling personal and professional lives without sacrificing family, freedom, or wellness. She's also the founder of CEO of Live Great Lives, and she has a signature coaching program, which is Breakthrough and Manifestation. So, Dr. Angela, how do you find time to power up, as they say?
Hello, Angela. Thank you so much for the invitation and for inviting us tonight. I'm super pumped and psyched to be here to share with you, your audience, and to tell people it's time to unleash your power. So I'm able to do all this, number one, because I'm living within my purpose. So
Mm,
important. And that's what I talk about. I'm living my great life. I'm living my purpose. And because I discovered more than 25 years ago wellness, the importance of wellness, because I was a superwoman and I was trying to do everything at the same time. I had that S on my chest. And when I learned I took that S off and that superwoman syndrome and put that W on for well. And I tell you, I have been walking as a well woman since then. So prioritizing purpose, the plan that God has for me, and prioritizing, saying no when I need to, yes when I need to, and watching my gifts make room for me. So, and I'm empowering other women that they could have that wellness without sacrificing family, freedom, or wellness. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
yes, that's her story. She's sticking with it. And I say, that is so important when you're talking about that because for a lot of women, y'all know we wear multiple hats. And y'all know that we're always trying to juggle so many things where you're trying to be the best you can be with your family, in your career, with your business, whatever it is. We're trying to be the physician, the attorney, the transportation person. We do it all and we make it seem effortless, but it's a lot. So when you can tap into somebody and you can help them in the wellness arena and still have them go out and make an impact, that's huge.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Thank you.
see why you are part of this. That's amazing. I see people are coming on saying, "Good evening, ladies. Hello, beautiful ladies."
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. So I'm going to move on to Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. So, Dr. Karen, let's see, you are a best selling author, of course, award winning C suite career elevation expert for females seeking senior leadership. She's recognized by the governor of Virginia for her leadership in equity, diversity, and inclusion, and she strives to demystify the senior leadership role and uses global speaking, coaching, workshops, and publications to do so. Dr. Karen Here's Pruden, tell us, how did you get to become part of this Power Up Summit?
Thank you for having me, Angela. It is exciting to be here. Where, first of all, anything that Kearn Cherry is doing, I'm trying to be a part of. So if I can just get a little bit of her cake, I'm good. Because she operates in excellence and she operates with a spirit of collaboration and partnership, and that's what I stand for. So whenever I can find like-minded individuals, particularly like-minded women, because I am a female leadership coach, I have a tendency to kind of stay around them, because I'm always a student. Even though I learn as I go, I'm always a student. So there's always something that I can learn and build on my skills. And so, yeah, if Kern is doing it, I'm in the house because I'm ready to be poured into and ready to share what I have with others as well.
That is so amazing. And I know how you are. I've seen so many things that you've done, and it's always operating in excellence. But I want to go back to what was said about Kern. Before you even came on the broadcast, the ladies were just saying how you are the connection source. You are the person that people want to be connected to because you bring a level of excellence to everything that you do. And that's a high praise because we know it's a lot of people out here doing a lot of things. And when you can get butts in the seats, whether it's virtual seats or in person, that's saying a lot. But not only that, you have repeat people because I know these ladies have done business with you, not just this time, but they've done other conferences with you as well. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm a true believer in integrity and trust and really delivering on what you say you're going to do. And so it's kind of driven me over my years. I often say there's plenty of times where I could charge people more money just because I know they got the money. But, integrity rise. I believe you reap what you sow. And so no matter how you're doing it, it always comes back to you. Doors open, God creates a way for
Mhm.
you. And so, and when He gives you something and you walk in that discipline, you'll always be successful. I'm a lover of connecting with new people, and I love working with new people. And of course, keeping my old relationships as well. I just believe that we can get so much further. And I guess over the years, I kind of get frustrated when I realize that some people are just in it for themselves.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you will live a longer life with good sleep when you are actually operating in integrity, and people can trust that you're going to do, at least you're going to try to do what you said you're going to do, right?
Yes.
In good effort. So I've just been blessed. I've been doing business in my home care side for 25 plus years, and you don't survive in this business
Mhm.
without keeping your integrity intact. So, and walking in your gifts. I'm just going to say it
Mhm.
again. If you're not there, if you hadn't figured it out, as Dr. Max says, if you want it to manifest,
That's right.
okay, you gotta go ahead. Ask God if you don't know what your gift is. And some people think they are in their gift. And I was
Mhm.
just talking about this earlier. Sometimes you think you're in your gift because you see somebody else and you think I could do that too. If it ain't your
Mhm.
gift, you may not and most likely will not be as successful as you could be you
Mhm.
know. So we may dabble in other stuff, but for me, I always come back to my gift because that's
Mhm.
where I live. And if you don't understand what a gift is, when you do something for free, when you will do it for free, just like I'm doing this conference and y'all are coming for free,
Mhm.
right? When
Mhm.
you will do it for free, it means you love what you do. It means you love it
Mm.
so much that you get up, you eat, sleep, and drink it, and unless you got a husband like mine to bring you back to reality, right? Because you can't do everything for free. But yes, I love collaborating, Angela. I really do. I've always been a person who believes in connecting with other people. I just believe that, for me, I just love it. It's a gift that I have, and I walk in it.
Amen.
That's such a beautiful, powerful thing, and I'm glad that you said, I see somebody put on here, so true, so true.
Mhm.
A lot of times people, like you say, see what other people are doing and want to be a part of it, but
Mhm.
again, they're not operating their gifts, so that does not give you the full effect. You may think that you can, you'll see a little success, but it
Mhm.
lasts when it's your purpose, it's your passion, it's your gift. There's a distinct difference. It's like y'all know, in church world they say, when the anointing is on you, it's different, than
Mhm.
somebody having a
Mhm.
gift or talent, that anointing kind of separates it. So when you're operating your gift, it's that the extra that you have that somebody else may not be able to pull off. And I just see
Mhm.
time and time again how you're able to do that. But I want to move on to Miss Joanna James. So listen, I'm going to put a little information on here because she is a business success mentor for female founders. She is known as a revolutionary difference maker in the design, construction, and banking sectors. She's known as Australia's youngest female architect and builder, and she has the successful woman, a business community and movement committed to women reaching their full potential. Joanna, how are you tonight?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having me, Angela. Always fantastic to be with Kearn, Dr. Mack, and Dr. Hill's students. I'm dialing in from the other side of the planet, and it's a beautiful sunny morning here.
Well, all right. It's early in the morning. I tell you, it's so amazing when we see how it is, with the different time zones. But for you ladies to pull it together and for you all to be able to bring something like this, first and foremost, free. I'm telling you, that just blows people's minds because the content that you all are providing, just with you all being there, if nobody else showed up, but Karen didn't stop there. She brought a powerhouse co-host, but she also has the celebrity speaker. She also has, I know, tricks up her sleeve with some amazing things she probably haven't even revealed yet. I know how she does, y'all. She'll bring something out the last minute. So you got to stay on your toes when you're with Kern Cherry because you never know what to expect. So, ladies, I know you can attest to that, correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
So listen, let me say this, and whoever wants to jump in and say it first. When you're talking about unleashing the power, what does that mean to you? So whoever wants to take it first.
I'll go first. So when I think about unleashing your power, it means tapping into something that you are restraining for whatever reason, whether it's a lack of priority. A lot of times, someone mentioned earlier that we as women have various roles, and so our career, our entrepreneur endeavors may be further down on the priority list, but tapping into something that you have intentionally restrained, and so choosing at this particular time in your life to let it go, to activate it, to pursue it. And so when I think about unleashing your power, power is the ability to influence others. And so you decide yourself that I am ready to pursue my goals or whatever it is that you have been intentionally putting on the back burner. So when I think about unleashing your power, that's what I think about in terms of us as women who hold all of these wonderful roles, and sometimes the role of us and our goals are further down on the to-do list.
Mm, that's powerful. That's powerful. And Sandy Sanders, I see you joined us. Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. So, yes, and Sandy, that's what I'm talking about in the background. She has put the place to go in, and so you can make sure you register. So, www.powerupsummit.com. Thank you so much, Sandy, for putting that in the chat. So, thank you so much, Dr. Kearn, for that interpretation. So, I'm going to go to you, Joanna. What does it mean to unleash the power?
Well, power is really an inside thing, and it's all about really understanding who you are as a woman, right? But I think every woman on the planet, what's going to be so amazing about the Power Up Summit is that your power can help unleash other people's power. And so it magnifies around the world. And there's so many things, ladies, that need to be done on the planet right now. And we are in the prime position to do so. And so it's actually an obligation for you to unleash your power so that you can then empower other women to do the same too. And that's how we're going to get it done all around the world. So it's really about connecting with that inner integrity, alignment of who you are, who you want to be, and how you want to show up in the world.
I love that.
I
Yes.
love that. Yes. How you going to show up
Yeah.
in the world? That's beautiful. And you know what? I think this is a time because, ladies, we have to really be honest with ourselves. When you talk about the great resignation, there's so many women who are now entering into different sectors. And you have to be able to bring a commonality to it to understand that
Mhm.
regardless of where you're coming from, whether you're trying to get that C-suite position that Dr. Karen can help you do, whether you're trying to be in the architect world like Joanna, or whether you're out here trying to manifest whatever that dream
Mhm.
life looks like for you, like Dr. Angela talks about. All
Mhm.
of those things will bring you together when you get someone like Kern Cherry who can put your butt in the seat for an event like this. And so I love how you just said bringing it all together full circle. It's the impact and the difference that you're going to find when you show up to the Power Up Summit, right? And let me just say that it's the end of this month in case y'all missed the dates. It's July the 27th through the 31st. And Kern has already
Mhm.
said it's free, so you really have no problem worrying about that. You just need to get down there so that you can attend, have your butt in the seat, and be able to listen to what these ladies are bringing to the table. So, Dr.
Mhm.
Angela, unleashing the power, what does that mean for you?
Ooh, so a couple things: recognize, review, and recharge. First, and this is where my empowerment coaching and my wellness come together. I talk about that women all over the world, we experience or we are prone to inequalities, we're prone to disparities. And the three of us here on this panel, the five of us, we work in careers where we are like 3 or 4%. I mean, so we know what it is to be the
Mhm.
only one or to be the trailblazer, the first one. So, because of sometimes societal expectations, women may not really be fully aware of their power. So, we're here to say you have a power and there is a place for us. So, recognizing that. And then we have to review. We get to going so much that if we don't take time to look and say, am I still in the season? Is what I'm doing right now still relevant and pertinent to where I need to be? We have to look at that and we have to shift. And then we have to recharge. Again, we cannot operate in our power and our authority today on yesterday or last year. We have to continuously plug in to be reconnected and recharged, because the world, like Joanna said, the world is waiting for us. We are here to make a difference. The world needs us, so we have to recharge. And that's why I'm excited that we are helping people to we're getting fed too. Like we always say, yeah, we're coming to give, but we're coming to be fed. I'm coming to get, yes, here I am. So it's about being reconnected and recharging, because it's about the power.
Yes, it's about that power connection, that power source. I love that. I love that. Just being able to come and reconnect and restore. And I think for a lot of us, that's what we need. I see somebody just put up here, we must recharge. Absolutely. We're in a space now where sometimes, it gets heavy. You think about coming off of a pandemic like COVID, it's been so much loss when it comes to people's lives. On top of that, you're seeing, shootings, in schools and, in grocery stores and churches. And so when you see how the world sometimes can be turned upside down, you're looking for a place to get connected. You're looking for a place to become grounded. You're looking for powerful people to speak into your life, inspire you, and impact and influence you, so that you can realize that no matter what is going on around you, as long as your core is solid and strong, as long as you know what you're connected to and that you can go out and make a difference, this particular place of being at the Power Up Summit is where you need to connect, whether you go in person or virtual, because Kearn has wisely put it together where it is a hybrid event. And a lot of people are not on that level yet, Kearn. They are still, a few steps behind you. So again, you're out here running fast, trailblazing, putting some things out here where people have the opportunity to do both. So whether you are okay with stepping out and going and being in person and absorbing all of that good energy, or whether you want to be in the comfort of your home and do it virtually, Kearn has given you both options. So Kearn, I want you to kind of speak to um, the climate of what you feel like is going to be present here at the Power Up Summit.
So first of all, I want to say this: the in person is the 29th through the 31st. If you want to experience connecting with women and men, we're going to have women and men. But if you want to connect with people, first, how many of y'all have been dying to meet up with people that you've been watching online all these last 3 years? Y'all, it's been all, we're pretty much at the third year mark. And so a lot of times in order to connect with these people, you're gonna have to pay once pay for a ticket to just get in person with them. We're creating an opportunity where you can come. The doors are free. Yes, you'll need to register. That's why we're going to share that link out, the powerupsummit.com. Go to registration and register. You can come in person or go online. The difference is these people are going to be here in person, pouring directly into you, right? And then when they leave the stage and come off, you can actually go have coffee, have a conversation. Sunday we'll do a brunch where whoever wants to attend, we come and sit and chat and have a nice little brunch time. The Dutch treat y'all, and keep that in mind. But you'll also have this opportunity to take it up a level, right? Take it up a level, go to that VIP status, and then come and then enjoy the celebrities that are joining us. Cynthia Bailey, who y'all have been watching for years, on that Real Housewives of Atlanta. So me and my co-hosts, we will have a private meeting. Sorry, y'all won't be a part of that meeting. But for those who want to take it up a notch, you want to do the meet and greet and all that stuff, we got the elite experience as well. But you will get to mingle with each other. Sometimes when you show up in a space that you just didn't know what was going to happen, you meet some of the most amazing people that you are connected with the rest of your life. And that's why, for me, I wanted to do it and then just go ahead and allow y'all all to come free in person. because I want you to feel what I feel when I do conferences. I've been doing conferences and events for over 20 years, and I have met some of the amazing people. I'm not talking about the celebrities, I'm talking about regular people who come out and want to improve themselves. I remember when Cheryl Wood, and yes, she will be at my conference here in person. I remember when Cheryl Wood came, and the women, y'all, if you don't know God, I advise you to get in touch and get a relationship. It was like he had just entered the room. They say two or three are gathered. He's always there, right?
Yes.
Women were talking about, I think I could fly. It's amazing. I'm like, y'all is Cheryl. And I realized it wasn't about none of us. It was about him, his presence, and allowing people to start to realize you need to go ahead and connect to some of them gifts and allow me to allow you to make money off of your fruits of your labor. That was the first year in 2017 at success that I really just said, whole nother level. The first year we did that conference, we had over 540 people in person, y'all, in little old Biloxi, Mississippi. And yes, we're an hour away from New Orleans if you're wondering where we're at. But the point is, you will get a chance to find that connection so that you can unleash your power, so that you can find that within you, so it can be unleashed. It is time for you to power up and take your whole being to another level. It ain't about me, y'all. It ain't never about me. I'm just saying there is going to be somebody that's at that conference. It could be Dr. Mack. It could be Dr. Kearn. It could be Joanna, who's flying all the way from Australia, y'all. I'm going to say that again. Uh, that pours into you and make you say, that's what God had for me. That's what we're looking to do. I don't know. Just call me a vessel, just trying to make things happen for people. I realize that people are hurting. They were hurt before COVID. COVID is just something that had to wake us up. And now we can see what we're waking up to may not be all what we wanted to wake up to, but there was a time where you could work in your gifts, and it's still there, that you can work in your gifts and make money from the fruits of your labor. So come out, powerupsummit.com, register right now for free. And if you want to take it up, go to VIP access so that you can be in the room and hot knob with Cynthia Bailey and none other than Robbie, Miss Icat, Sweetie Pie, that will be there as well.
Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. And for everybody who's tuning in, make sure you share out the broadcast because someone needs to connect on this level and unleash their power. And for some people, going through just life, period, you feel like you've lost your power or you feel like, you don't know what your gift is or what your purpose is. But this is this is a place that you need to connect with these ladies because Kearn has pulled together so much power amongst the people who are going to be there that you cannot help but leave with the energy and with information that you need to take yourself to that next level. It's like when you talk about power up, y'all know when you connect to an energy source, when you plug in, and it's all about showing up. You've got to show up for yourself. If you want to see something different, you got to do something different. And if you have not been showing up for yourself, this is the time and place that I believe you're going to find what you're looking for because I know that I've done some things with Kearn and Dr. Karen. I have not seen them not show up for the people who are connected to them. I see Dr. Angela, I see Joanna with their energy and their smiles, and they are ready to pour into you and connect you to these amazing people who are going to show up there in Biloxi or show up through the system virtually. Either way, you cannot miss out on what is going to happen at this event. So let's talk about visibility because Kearn, I know you are all about visibility. So when you talk about having people show up for themselves, tell us why that's really important. I mean, people say show up and be visible and all that, but at the end of the day, some people feel like, okay, it's no big deal. I mean, I post here and post there, but I'm not really. I feel like I'm gonna be okay. What do you say to that?
Now, first of all, I always say God requires us to be visible and to share our message. That's what a lot of people don't realize. It's required. It's actually in the Bible that you give your testimony. Part of being visible, for whatever reason, we were told, this is just my experience, that you okay, I won an award, but it's not something I should celebrate because people will think I'm bragging. Men don't have this problem. I don't know why women have this problem, but men just do not have this problem. I gave a presentation last month about the fact that when you go in for a promotion, you've been Googled, know that, okay? So if I'm Googling you and the only thing I'm finding is the position that you hold for me and a few other things you're doing, then I go over here to this man over here that you are more qualified for, but he don't post it everything, even stuff he ain't even do, right? You're right. So he's out there posting and celebrating and all this stuff. And I mean, y'all, I've seen this firsthand. I've sat on many boards where young people come in and they're gold. I'm gonna get that VIP. I'm gonna get that VP position. I'm gonna get that president position. I'm gonna go do a little shoveling over here. Take that, post it, all that, so they can move up on their job. They're not, they're not necessarily there for the volunteer work, but they are volunteering because they want to look good. You women are doing all of that and some, and then going home and cooking the bacon and frying it up in the pan. You know what I'm saying? But nobody knows because you the best kept secret. You are the best kept secret. And you know what? That man is going in and asking for double the pay. He ain't even trying to play small. He playing big. And you know what? Because you can see what he's been doing. And yes, he's gotten those awards and things like that you ain't getting because you ain't even putting yourself in and nobody else putting you in for it, right? Visibility is about, there's a twofold thing here. Number one, you don't know who needs what you have. You don't know who's watching you and saying, wow, I learned that from following Dr. Mack, that I can do this and that and this. You don't know whose career's been helped from what you've done. You don't know whose life has been changed. Thank you to all the women who during this time of COVID started sharing about your domestic violence stories. People need to know. Yes, it hurts. Somebody told me yesterday or today that a guy shared his mental health story, right? It was a struggle for him, particularly for Black people. We don't believe in going. A lot of us don't believe in going to see a counselor, or see a therapist, right? But your story is never for you. It just isn't. But ain't nobody's going to be able to know about it if you don't share it. You have to be visible. You don't know who life you're changing. You just don't. So when you get on the stage and speak, somebody's going to be touched. When you go share your story in a book, somebody's going to be touched. When you get that cover girl spot in the magazine, somebody's going to see your story and be touched. Somebody's going to see you on the podcast or whatever. Yeah, it takes time to build your brand. And that's the other thing, you're benefiting with it by the more you become visible, but you're going to touch lives. And who doesn't want to do that? So that for me, visibility is important. It's more important to helping somebody that's out there waiting on you, waiting on your story. But number two, if you're trying to build your brand and get some clients, hello, you got to be visible. Visibility is the key. You must be visible before you start promoting your product, before you start getting all that extra training that a lot of y'all are spending. I don't even want to say how much money on, but I'm saying Get visible so when you do put your package out there, guess what? Oh, you know what? I know that girl. I don't know you from Adam and Eve, but I've been following you. I know that. How y'all think we got Cheryl? I was following Cheryl for years. I had been following her for a few years, and then she came down here to a conference that didn't even have 20 people. And before she left, I said, I don't know how, but I said, but you gonna be at one of my conferences. That's right. And she can tell you, because we paid her at least 5,000. So I'm just telling you, that's how you get your return. It took a few years, but we did it. And now she's been a part of us for years. So that's what I'll talk about when I say be visible.
That's good. That's some good stuff. And I hope people were taking notes and getting all those good nuggets, because you have got to be visible and be seen. And Joanna, I want to speak to you about what Kearn said, because you are known as the Australia's youngest female architect and builder. So that means you're playing in a man's world and you have got recognition in that field. Share with somebody out there who may be struggling in maybe entering into fields that are predominantly male and trying to figure out how to be a power player in that position.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Angela, is I must be crazy, but I did it twice. So I started in architecture and construction, and I've had everything happen to me. I've had workmen work off site. I've had, you name it, it's happened to me. I've tried to pull the wool under over my eyes, the rug out from underneath my feet. It was tough. It was really tough in the beginning. And then as I moved into banking and finance, I ended up being the only woman in the boardroom, right? I was the only woman in the boardroom. It was very much a boys' club at the high level of banking. And so I needed to learn different skills. So the one thing that I would say to anybody that's finding it tough is you've really got to understand that there are very different communication styles, right? But you don't want to ever lose who you are. You don't want to change who you are and show up. And we're talking about visibility. You want to be able to play the game that you need to play, but you want to do it being authentically you. You don't want to actually change how you speak, how you dress, how you show up, how you think, what it is you've got to contribute, because that's you. And that's actually what people are going to admire about you, is the ability for you to turn up as a woman you are, regardless of the situation, not tailoring, changing, or being apologetic in any way, or even dimming your light down, right? But you've got to understand that there is a game. It's a different game, and you've got to understand the game that you're playing in, the language that's being used, and what you need to do to be successful in that game. But the most successful thing you can ever do, and I think Kearn talked about this, is actually looking after other people with everything that you do, right? If you do that, and you will go a long way, because people will always be touched by that, right? You've obviously got to have the technical goods and you've got to be able to know your craft. But if you look after people along the way, that's what they're going to remember. And I know so many times these big, high-powered men, I would just talk to them about how they were going, what was happening in their families, what was troubling them. Was there some way that I could help them? And you know what? That's what they remembered the next time I walked in the boardroom, along the side that I wasn't afraid to speak up when I needed to. So visibility is also about finding your voice, really having that courage to speak your truth. And ladies, just back yourself, right? Just back yourself. Make sure you stand up, speak up, present it what you want to, walk in your truth, and that's what they're going to notice about you.
Yes, I see where you coming in from Australia, Joanna. That is amazing. Thank you for sharing that, because I know somebody listening to this broadcast needed to hear exactly what you said. I think a lot of times as women, we do tend to get intimidated. And so, Dr. Kearn, I want you to kind of speak to that, because you are the C-suite expert. And for women, we're used to seeing men in the top positions, the CEOs, the CFOs, the COOs. We're used to seeing that. But you're helping women break that glass ceiling. So can you speak a little bit about your expertise in helping women elevate in that arena?
Absolutely. You're correct. Only 3 to 4% of the women actually make it into senior leadership positions and organizations. And I think a lot of it has to do with not of a lack of a desire, but just a lack of knowledge of what leadership is about. If you don't talk to the right people, if you don't get the right coaching, you think that if you put in your time as a manager, then automatically, after you've done a decade or a decade and a half, that you should be a leader because you've done your time. Well, a manager and a leader are two different things. They are not synonyms for one another. Managers are concerned about day to day activities. Leaders are looking 3 to 5 years down the road. Leaders are looking for innovation. Leaders are creators. And so, if no one tells you this, then you think that all you have to do is keep churning along the way that you're churning along, and that your employer will one day just tap you on your shoulder and say, "You are the one." Well, that doesn't happen. So, us as women, we have to tap into what I call professional equity. Just like if you buy a house that appreciates in value over time throughout your career within your industry and within your employer, you'll have a degree of equity. And there's three different components that are elements of equity. One is your reputation. What do people say about you when you aren't in the room? And it's not your title, it is the results that you generate. So, what do people say about you? Then it's about relationships. You need to have relationships up and down the chain, and you also need to communicate and hobnob with individuals after five. Because how many of you know that a lot of things and agreements and promotions are made outside of the workplace? So if you are a woman who thinks, "Oh, I'm just going to do my time and I'm not going to go out with lunch, or I'm not going to go out for dinner, I'm not going to go out to celebrate a peer's birthday or anything," well, you may be missing an opportunity to be able to share your area expertise with individuals. And so relationships are important. And then the area of expertise, being a generalist is good, but being a specialist is powerful. And the reason being is because when your organization needs a particular skill set and you have been identified as that individual with that skill set, you are automatically tapped into the game. And so those are the elements of professional equity: reputation, relationships, and area expertise. And we as women try to use this experience as a silent superpower, where your silence is not a superpower. So you need to speak up in meetings. You need to let people know of your intent. I once talked to a junior young lady who was mad because one of her peers got promoted over her. And you know what I had to say to her? "I didn't know you want to be promoted." She had never, ever said that she wanted that leadership position. The other young lady had a license plate that said VP2B. From day one, we knew what her intention were. We know what her goals were. So don't use your knowledge as a silent superpower.
Hey, that right there is a gold mine of information. When you talk about professional equity, hopefully you all were taking notes. I see Rhonda said, yes, always outside of the workplace. That's such a powerful thing because you're absolutely right. A lot of people feel like I'm just gonna go in, get my paycheck, and leave. But if you have aspirations, when you think about it, men make business deals on the golf course. They tend to gather up outside of work and really talk and make themselves their aspirations known, or they do power deals. And so for a lot of women, we tend to think, okay, I got to go home and do X, Y, and Z. And so it's very important and very strategic what you said of how you need to show up and make sure that you're not a generalist, but you're a specialist, so somebody can know where to take you if you want to get elevated into the C-suite arena. So thank you so much, Dr. Karen, for sharing that. Now let's come on, Dr. Mack. Let's talk about when you know that you are getting this visibility, when you know that you have been in here with the boys and you have shown up and spoke up, when you know that you have, indicated you're a specialist, what you specialize in is manifestation. How can you take your gifts? How can you take all the things about you and then line it up so that you can manifest the exact life that you want?
Yes, so we all have been created to do good works and created with great goodness. And manifestation is discovering that and then allowing it, believing We have to expect it. That means we're aware of it, anticipate it. We have to act on it. We have to allow. We have to let go of those doubts and things that block it. And when we can do these things, it's just a real, really basic understanding that it can come, and it won't come instantaneously. That's part of that difficult process, to stay in faith, and then to stay firm and know that it's not always going to be 5 minutes. It won't be a day, but enduring, staying in faith and believing, that is the key. So that great goodness is there for us, and that includes our careers. That includes, again, many of us here, I think all of us, we have been the only one. So we know what it's like. And we had that tenacity, we had that fortitude, we had that perseverance to remain in place while things manifested. That means creating and cultivating environments for the great goodness to come to us. It's beautiful and it is amazing. Yes. So manifestation.
I love it. I love it. And I'm going to come to you again because I know that you're about women empowerment and you're talking about wellness. So, what can we expect when we're talking about the Power Up Summit? What is a way to power up when it comes to wellness right now?
Woo. Being intentional because that's about focus. And as women, we are nurturers and we take care of everybody first, but we have to be just as intentional for ourselves. Self-care is wellness and self-care is self-love. So part of our power is we have to take time out for us, not being accidental or incidental. Oh, by the way, I'll just do this, but being intentional, determined that yes, this is what I need. Because when mom ain't healthy, when wife ain't healthy, when that
Yes.
ain't, the heart ain't healthy, yeah, the whole house and everything else is going to be impacted, and the job will too, because we can't go being irritable and crabby and everybody. So self-care, wellness, self-love, priorities.
That's good. That's good. Be intentional about your self care and your self love so that you can show up and power up. So let's do this because I know we're going to about to wrap it up. But I want you ladies to, and I guess I will start with you, Dr. Karen. I want you all to speak to maybe the last things or a final word or something you want to give people to encourage them to attend the summit.
Uh, Absolutely. So I would encourage everyone, men and women, to attend the summit. If you have a desire to be around like minded individuals, if you have a desire to learn as well as pour into others, then the Power Up Summit is where you want to be, either in person or virtually. July 27th through 31st. The 27th is the beginning, and the 31st, 29th through 31st is in person. You want to be in the house if you want to pour into or be poured into at the Power Up Summit.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Joanna. If you would like to share any final words that you want to tell someone before to have them to come to the summit.
Absolutely. So if you've got a tingling anywhere inside, it's your time. It's time to take that leap of faith. Just trust that there's going to be all sorts of amazing people, information, experiences, and everything that you need at the summit. So, and if you can, book live. I want to meet you. I'm traveling all the way from Australia. I am so excited to meet all the incredible ladies in the United States. So if you haven't already booked your live ticket, do so today because we're going to have an amazing time. So just do it. www.powerupsummit.com right now.
Right now, that's right. Right now, we've got it in the chat. Kearn is putting in there. Dr. Mack is putting in there. So I just put in there the www.powerupsummit.com. Now, listen, you can go for free, but that VIP is something special. So if you want to be able to have that opportunity to meet these people, to ask questions, to really, hone in to some things you've always wanted to know when you get the opportunity to show up and do that. This is a place to be. Biloxi is a beautiful place. So get on down there and meet some people. I'm telling you, y'all heard of Dr. Cheryl Woods. Y'all know about Sweetie Pie. So y'all know Dr. Miss Robbie. Y'all better stop acting like you don't. You know Cynthia Bailey. You've got an opportunity to meet some people that you only see on screen. This is the time to get down there to be able to say hello and pick somebody's brain while Kearn is giving you the opportunity to put them all in a location where you can do so. These ladies have dropped amazing nuggets, so you need to be able to find out. Y'all need to see what Joanna's talking about when she's saying, talk to these men and find out what's going on and let them know that you're not afraid to be your own authentic self. What Dr. Karen has said about, C-suite, show your specialty, not just being general. And then Dr. Matt, come on and share with us what do you want to say about having people to come to the summit?
Yes, Joanne already said come, so be there. Show up. In order to go up, you got to show up. And I want to say, get into the room. It's always important to get into that VIP access because other things happen. It only takes one word that can activate, accelerate, increase, multiply one word. And your word, again, like Joanna said, if you got that tingling, it's at the conference, but it may be in that VIP room. So upgrade, VIP, all access. We want to see you.
Yes, VIP all access, honey. Y'all better get on in here and register for that. So, Kern, this is your thing. This is what you do. What do you want to say to the people before we end the broadcast?
So first off, I'm just going to remind y'all, it's time to unleash your power, right? It's time to take it to the next level. And so you want to be around people that are like-minded. So let me run over a few people that's going to be there. None other than Dr. Cheryl Wood. This is part of the free conference, y'all. Shay Brown, Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant. We also have Dr. Nikita Davis. Yes, we're bringing in some heavy hitters, y'all. Dr. Nicole Peters will be joining us, and her, she got a tribe behind her too. We also have Pam Comfort for y'all that came to Success the last time. Pam's not only a singer, but she is an amazing speaker as well. You don't want to miss these people who are coming. Ty Miles. Yes, that's one of my coaches. Yes, she is a branding expert as well. We're going to have a power up media room. So many things going on, red carpet, all kind of experience. Our finalists, there are almost 120 finalists from around the globe. Yes, that will be streamed completely out for those who had that VIP virtual. You'll be able to watch it from anywhere in the world. But those of you that are here in person, yes, you're going to get a keynote by none other than Cynthia Bailey, who will be joining us at the conference. And you will be highly entertained by none other than Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant. If y'all don't know her, she is amazing. So there'll be more surprises. Can't always, I like to I'm a big person at getting contracts in place before I start sending stuff. So me and the co-host, we will be hosting you every day and evening time, nighttime. We're going to be tired when we finish, but we're going to be hosting you the whole way through. So it is time. If you want to meet these amazing ladies, and they are amazing in person, you need to be here in Biloxi, because that experience is going to be none other than anything you can get anything else. And of course, we're going to have that virtual side of things where you can also meet more speakers that they won't be here necessarily in person, but you can hear from some other speakers and get your life changed so that you can unleash your power. Go to Power Up Summit, powerupsummit.com, hit registration. You coming in person, hit in person. If you online, that's fine too, hit that as well. But if you want to take it to the next level, go to that powerupsummit.com VIP access, and you're going to be at a whole different level. So we look forward to seeing you here in Biloxi. That's right. If you've never been here, we have 11 casinos and beaches, and we're 1 hour from New Orleans. So make it a family weekend. That's what I say. It's free.
Hey, you cannot beat that. And I thank you so much. If y'all don't recognize, it takes a lot to pull something of this magnitude together. And so, Kern, we commend you for doing it and for doing it for free and bringing some amazing people together. The experience is going to blow your mind. Please go register tonight, www.powerupsummit.com. check that VIP access if you want to get in and really be able to meet these people in person and talk and find out. Because like Dr. Max said, being in the vicinity, you never know. It only takes one person, one word that can change the whole thing for you. So you want to be there to hopefully grab that. And like Kearn said, operate in your gifts. Trust what God has given you. Show up for yourself. Make that connection. Be authentic. And listen, follow these ladies. Make sure you stay in tune because the conference starts on the 27th through the 31st. And you said the 29th is when the
In
virtual, I'm
person.
sorry, in person, 29th. So make sure you all are there on the, y'all heard us say beaches now. You already heard that, right? So listen, show
Mhm.
up. If you like casinos, if you like beaches, if you just like to get a good powered up word, you cannot, it's a win-win all across the board, right? So thank you all so much for being on the iShine podcast. I have enjoyed it. You all have dropped some amazing nuggets. I wish you so much success, not only on the Power Up Summit, but in your individual personal lives as well. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you all for tuning in tonight to the iShine podcast. Please continue to follow us so we can tap into what these ladies are doing because they are out here making a difference. You guys have a blessed night. Talk to you soon.